the Raider way, or the Raider tenets of commitment to excellence, just win, baby. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
To the back, and he's caught! There for the touchdown! Zach Wilson throws in traffic. It's picked off by Robert Spillane. Spillane taking off. He's down. He's in a little bit of trouble, but Adams gets him out of it. He got free in the secondary to the 23-yard. Adams, he's got it! Touchdown Raiders! Oh, a dice roll in Vegas for 6. The Raiders at the 40-yard line, and O'Connell wants to take a deep shot. And he's got Trey Tucker out there. Tucker diving, and he makes the catch inside the 10.
There's a team in California which calls itself pro football's dynamic organization. This team also lists as its assets a commitment to excellence, pride, and poise, and a monumental rise to greatness. If you haven't guessed by now, the team is the Oakland Raiders, and as the saying goes, if you say it but don't do it, that's bragging. If you say it and then do it, that's fact. The Raiders have merely been stating the facts because in the last 16 seasons, they've won more football games than any other team in the NFL.
They wanna know how to get like me. Dream so big that I cannot sleep. Put in that time and I put in that grind. I'm the best in the world, that's all I see. Never back down, I'm standing strong. They gonna talk, but they all been wrong. What they gonna say when I keep going up? What they gonna do when I don't fall off? Look at my skills, look at my flaws. Never been perfect, I'm not a god, but I'm a goat. I've been the greatest whenever I spoke. Looking around and they doing the most. Whatever I touch, I turn it to gold. Tell them there's levels to be in the game. They wanna compete, but they not coming close. No, I'ma keep going again and again. Whatever I want, I'ma get. They gon' be saying they know I'm a friend of a friend. Whenever I become the best, I don't be spending my time on the internet. I just be living it out in the flesh. I don't need nothing to motivate me. Winners are never gon' wait for success. Yeah. Look at my neck, shining. Look at my bank, comments. Look at my wrist, AP. Who is the GOAT? I am. Look at my neck, shining. Look at my bank, comments. Look at my wrist, AP. Who is the GOAT? I am.
Here to introduce General Manager of the Las Vegas Raiders, John Spytek, and the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, Pete Carroll.
Salute Raider Nation. Really do appreciate you guys showing up. Salute to the chat. Salute to the mods in the chat. Salute to everybody that'll show up and watch this video later on. Really do appreciate all you guys. And salute to Tanner Jack. Really do appreciate you being here. Salute Seth. Salute to everybody that's going to be here later too. So outside of that, I'm just going to get into a lot of things here for the next hour, hour and a half. there's going to be things about the last video that I did about Spy Tech and them, which I talked about in depth inside that video. There's going to be things that, like I've always said, I'm a man of who I am. When I look at my team, I would say like there's something that we're going to talk about in Max's contract that sometimes maybe emotions gets people to jump the gun a little sooner than what it should have been. There's going to be things where I feel like I still question kind of what John and them are doing, but I have full faith in the fact of who Pete Carroll is and what he's done, and Tom Brady and so on. So long story short, the title of the video, obviously, for tonight is Tom, John, and Pete Rebuilding the Raiders the Right Way. I told you guys, man, for a month and a half already on my Instagram page and my videos, I talked about, man, the correct way to be able to come into this team and to be able to do it the right way is demolish the linebacking core, demolish the safeties. If we were able to re-sign Kuntz, I said, do not re-sign him for the 2-year, $40 million. I said the only way I re-sign Kuntz is for $12 million, 1-year prove-it deal. Literally have it in my Instagrams, literally have it on the videos. I said that Trayvon Morrick wasn't going to stay here. I said Nate Hobbs wasn't going to stay here. I said Spillane wasn't. Diablo. I literally said all them dudes were not going to be here. Marcus Epps, dude. I said if you were truly trying to be a winning team, you can't do what Josh and AP and everybody else has done, is keep running with the people that are not getting you nowhere. Salute, Rudy. Appreciate you. You know, you keep doing the same things over and over. It's like I said, you're gonna expecting a different result. It's just crazy, you know. All right, let's roll.
Say night night. Say night night.
Love you too, kiddo.
All right, let's go grab your blankie. I'll come get you set up. Let's go. Love you.
You know, is insanity, because it's just not going to get done. And I've said it. I've always been, I'm not biased to my team. I'm not biased to anything. No. Mama said no, bro. Hey, it's got to charge. Hey, I'll let you know when it's done charging, okay? Long story short, I said the whole entire time, I'm not biased to the team about players. I'm for the Shield. I've said it 100 times, dude. I don't care how people feel. I don't care about the emotions. I've said every single player is tradable or able to let go. I've said that for the last 3 years, 4 years, steady in all of our lives. I've been the only one that's literally said, I don't care how people feel about it. I don't care about the opinion. I'm just going to say what's best for the team. So at the end of the day, I said, if you were going to make the team better again, you're going to get rid of Diablo because he's just so hit and miss. Nate Hobbs is injured. Morrick is always just in the right place at the right time, dude. He's never creating his own shit like Jack Jones does. As much as I hate the fact that he doesn't tackle a guy, Jack Jones knows how to read plays, read people how they are. He knows how to jump the gun, take the ball, pick six. Morrick's never done that. It's always get batted up, goes straight to him. Dude overthrows the guy across the middle of the field right in his chest. You know, I've said it. Morrick just isn't that guy. I've made that clear the whole entire time. I've said numerous times, dude, that when you look at Pete, dude, Pete knows his people. Pete knows his players. He knows how to develop first-year players. You know, coming into this free agency, when we first signed Alex Kappa, I was just like, damn, man, why in the hell? I was like, why in the hell did we go out here and sign a dude that literally just gave up 12 sacks, literally got cut from his team, dude? Like, why did we go and sign this guy? Then you see it's a $5.5 million on $11.5 million. If we were to cut him, we you know, lose the 5.5, but who cares? We still get out. And you think about it, you have Meredith that sits right behind them. So it's just a win-win for us, because if Kappa comes in and plays the same old player as he did with Tom, and you got to think about it, Tom's not just going to live in the past. It's not who Tom is. Tom's not going to be like, oh, yeah, man, this dude back 3-4 years ago. If it's the dude's time, it's the dude's time. But Tom Brady was like, hey, no, let's bring the dude. I feel like this guy's probably going to still have it in there. John Spytek, same damn thing. Hey, I think the guy's probably going to still have it in it. Then you got Pete Carroll's son, Brendan Carroll. He's a great offensive line coach. He knows how to develop players. So if we're thinking about getting a player back to his form, we have the right people to be able to make that happen if he still has it. If he doesn't, who cares? We lost $5.5 million. We kick him, we play Meredith, and go on from there. They draft the dude in in the second free agency wave and move on from that point. So it's not a loss in that aspect. When I looked at Max's contract, it's actually not really bad. It almost favors us in numerous ways because it seems like it's a Ziegler conversation. The same thing that he said. The same thing that he said what Derek Carr's contract is that he made the contract. So basically, like right now, he gets $91.5 million fully guaranteed. But if Max on his original contracts, which he's playing on right now, 24 million, 27 million in the next 2 years, if he was to get injured, then he doesn't have no guaranteed money. His contract stops. So I think in this way, it favors us in multiple ways. As much as I would hate to say it is that if Max was to get injured, we don't no longer pay him on the contract and he goes off the money that he got off his guaranteed money. If that happens over the next 2 years, we save on the main contract, he gets his money. Then they have the option that if they were to want to move on from him, they can move on from him, but that's at their choice in 2 years from now. So, and it would take a 0% dead cap at all just to move him or cut him off. So either way, at the end of the day, when you sit here and look at all the picks and everything that we've picked up in this thing, the Geno Smith, again, I understand why they went with Geno Smith. Geno Smith is somebody that can just, show familiarity. He's going to come inside to the offense. He's going to be able to play right away, plug and play guys. So I get it. That's what Josh was trying to do with Jimmy and so on. But the difference is I believe Pete Carroll will get him back out of Geno when Geno was here, not here, but with Seattle in the first year that he was over there. He had 30 damn touchdowns, 10 or 11 interceptions. So he obviously played good football. I think at the end of the day, Pete gets him just for familiarity. It changes up the way that you might look at the draft now. It changes a lot of options here. It just turned the whole entire thing around. Which we'll talk about here in a little bit for the draft and so on. But at the same time, then he goes out and they sign Malcolm Kuntz, which, like I've said, Malcolm Kuntz, dude, if you're paying him $12 million on a 1-year prove-it deal, I thought it was a perfect deal, which that's exactly what they gave him. There's no loss and nothing but gain in here. Dudes are demanding 20 million plus right now. And he shows that he wants to be a Raider because he could have easily went contested in free agency, and he chose to sign with the Raiders back on the $12 million. So, I mean, I think that's awesome with Kuntz in that aspect. If you sit there and you go on to the next, you get Jeremy Chin right when you open up. Jeremy Chin, way better player than Trayvon Moorick. You'll never see Trayvon Moorick just level a fucking dude like you will Jeremy Chin. Jeremy Chin is fast as shit. He's strong as fuck, man. And this dude will lay the wood to you like no one's business, dude. Like, Jeremy Chin is a great ad, dude, for the Raiders, 100%. Like, I feel like when they go out there and replace a player, this shows you this is a Pete Carroll type player that they had in Seattle, which they're going to bring right here. It's just instant notice about the guy, and he's a good player. So it's not like you just get a slouch dude. You got him for 2 years, $16 million, and you know damn well that if they were to perform well or whatever, they're going to extend him and he's going to want to stay here. So I think it was a great contract for him. I mean, like I said, I like it a lot in that deal. Then they go out there, they sign Landon Roberts. Landon Roberts is another great ad, dude. I've said about Spillane, dude. He doesn't know how to read up the gut, dude, like a frickin' Roquan Smith or Patrick Queen. He is not a run committer, dude. He just does not have that feel in him. Again, his interceptions were thrown right to him too. So I like Spillane, but just because you get 150 tackles doesn't mean you're a great player in the NFL. Tahir Whitehead, every guy that's come before him has done the exact same thing here as a Raiders middle linebacker. It's, again, reading the defense or the offense, being able to call it, play the quarterback in that position. And when you go and sign a Landon Roberts, This guy will knock the dog shit out of you. Like, Landon Roberts was no joke. He got a 90.4 run grade. You are not going to stop this dude when you're trying to come up the gut on him. He's literally leveled Derrick Henry numerous times in the gut right up there, dude. Like, Roberts was a phenomenal pick, especially for the Raiders defense to run in that Pete Carroll, Patrick Graham defense. I told you guys it was going to be more Pete Carroll's defense. It's going to be ran by Patrick Graham. It's going to be Pete Carroll defense. And you can just tell already the second they signed Roberts. I was literally sitting on the phone. I was talking to William on the phone, dude, about what linebackers I think we should go after. I was talking about Tyrell Dotson, Joe Tyron, and Landon Roberts. But I said Landon Roberts was my second linebacker on the board. I was also talking about us that we should get Isaiah Simmons, dude. Bring Isaiah Simmons and Tyrell Dotson in here, and fuck, this linebacking core are going to be fire as fuck, dude. So if we were able to target both of them, Tyrell Dotson, dude, got a great coverage grade at 82.5, 82.9. Great coverage grade, man. If somebody you need in that secondary, had a linebacker be able to be quick and fast and still be able to get interceptions and so on, I think Tyrell Dotson would be phenomenal at. And then you can take Simmons, dude, and you can rotate him inside middle linebacker and outside linebacker. He's fast. He's agile. He can get from sideline to sideline. In Patrick Graham's defense, I think this dude would be phenomenal. I think he'd be phenomenal in Pete's and Patrick's. I mean, Isaiah Simmons would be a guy I would be trying to target instantly. He's on a low-end contract, so it's not like they're going to try to get him for crazy money. And you can probably get him for like $5-6 million, dude, a year. Sign him on a 1 year. Fuck it, who cares? I mean, if you can grab him, bring him in here and just see where he's at, you can always cut him, draft his replacement, which you're going to draft in the draft, the linebacker for damn sure, which we'll talk about again later. But, I mean, if you were able to go get Tyrell Dotson, that's a coverage linebacker on one side, you get Simmons that can do either or, then you got Landon Roberts in the middle. I mean, that linebacking core is probably one of the best in the NFL, and you're not going to be running that ball anywhere up the middle. See, people weren't like, oh, damn, I'm going to be facing Robert Spillane up here. People are going to be like, fucking, here come Robert full steam, dude, just going to buckle your ass, dude. And I mean, I'm telling you, I think that was just a great pickup for the Raiders. I mean, I liked it a lot. I think it was a great pickup, not even a question. And again, they got rid of a guy there, and they replaced him with a fucking dude that's phenomenal, great talent, and they got him for dirt cheap. They didn't go give him a big fucking contract. They didn't pay him what the Patriots paid Spillane, like $12 million plus a year, and they were like, "No, we don't got to pay $12 million. We're going to get this dude, and he's going to fill in this hole. And he may be 30 years old, but he still brings a lot of energy. This dude is a hard-hitting son of a bitch." I mean, you look at Bobby Wagner, dude, going over to the Redskins. It doesn't matter when you're 35 and this shit, dude. If you're in good shape and good health, you're still going to be able to produce. This dude 30 and coming off of that Steelers defense, which already got a lot of fucking grit in it, to come over here, I think he's going to do just perfect. I think the guy, you can ask to replace Spillane with a better person, in my opinion. And both of them came from the Steelers the same damn way. So I think it was a good pickup. I think it was a damn good pickup. Then after that, we pick up Roberts, we get a deal that says, bam, Raiders signed Lonnie Johnson. But I think it was before Roberts. It was before Roberts. But long story short, they say, bam, we signed Lonnie Johnson. And I'm like, who the fuck is Lonnie Johnson? Then I'm like reading on the deal that came out, they were like, oh, that Vince guy is a dipshit. The Vince dude that's a beat writer, I feel like he's just a dumbass. The guy literally says, like, oh, Raiders signed Lonnie Johnson, plays here, the Panthers. The Raiders cornerback room is wide open for competition, blah, 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 all this bullshit. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, bro, I don't even know who the fuck Lonnie Johnson is. Like, who the hell is this guy? So I'm like, look him up, dude, and I'm like, man, this dude played like 300 snaps, bro, in the Panthers. He ain't even fucking been he's a safety / corner. And he's played like again, I said 300 and something snaps. And we're talking about this dude's going to be over here taking up the starting role in a corner. Bullshit. So I started reading more on him. You know, this is the thing that I think about when you're signing people or you're doing things, right? I feel like at the end of the day, you are I feel like at the end of the day, fuck, I was trying to leave my Discord because I can just hear them all yapping in the mic at the moment. The Lonnie Johnson, you know, so I think when you get a message and it's telling you, man, on day one of the freaking free agency, we're talking about that we felt we needed to hop out and get Lonnie fucking Johnson before anybody else because this guy was such a damn, sought after cornerback. I was about to lose my shit. I was literally about to lose my shit. I'm like, there's just no way. There's absolutely no way that these guys just went out there day one, feel like this is a guy must sign. So then I start looking into it and I get it, dude. He's a freaking free safety or he's a special teams gunner. He's a great special teams player. See, like if you were to propose in your text message when you put it out there that the Raiders went after day one fucking special teams gunner from the Panthers, you know, it makes it justifiable. You're like, okay, man, I have no issue that we went in day one, fucking $2.5 million, got this dude that's a gunner, best dude out there. I don't have no fucking problem with that. But when you're sitting there saying like, damn, we need a cornerback and we got dudes that are big names on the damn board, and we call Lonnie Johnson, I was just like, you fucking got to be kidding me. I'm just like, boy. But again, researched them dudes that, like, again, special teams gunner. He's a good player. I mean, he's going to contribute on the team. I think it's a great ad for special teams, you know, that type of momentum. I have zero issue with that pick. I think it was a great ad. Again, stability. You're trying to put structure within the organization. This is something that Pete is phenomenal at, dude. He knows how to do it. He don't need big names. He don't need to go out there and pay, 25 and 30 fucking million and 40 fucking million dollars to dudes to go out and bring in superstar players. The guy doesn't need it. He's going to go draft his players, dude. They literally said that we do not go out and pay other people's players. We draft our own players and we pay them too. Like straight up, dude, they're not going to go out there and pay just top dollar on these dudes just because the fans think it. The fans are dumb. The Raider fans are dumb as hell. They don't even take into consideration that, one, they have to fucking sign back 27 fucking players back on the roster, just even hit the minimum. And these are all backup players and so on. I've said some of these guys' contract will average about $500K. Some will be about 1.2 and some will be like 2.5, $3 million. So if you're looking at 27 people, you're looking at upwards of 30 some odd $million just off of day one, which knocks you to $60 million. We're down to like 33.9 or something of that fact. And we have yet to take off Gino's contract, Chin's contract, and another guy's contract on there. And people are like, oh, go out and sign. I believe for the people that they went out and signed, I think it was a good deal. I mean, again, so the Johnson one, I was fucking worried. I was like, boy, these guys are crazy as shit. But again, justified, great pick at the end of the day. I think it adds just fine to the team. Then you get a deal that says that we signed Eric Stokes today. I was like, damn, great fucking signing, dude. Dude was a first round pick over there from Georgia just in 2018, I think, just a few years ago. I was like, that was a really good signing. Then I started thinking about it even more. I'm like, man, it's actually a really fucking good signing because we literally just gave them Nate Hobbs for $15+ million. Then we took their fucking slot corner and brought his ass over here for 1 year, $4 million. And I'm like, damn, that was actually pretty fucking good trade right there because we're down in the contract. We're looking for people that can come in, want to play hard, got good ceilings, just haven't been developed all the way. Then you take Pete Carroll and you look at who he is, how he gets the players, how he talks to people. He's going to build up all these guys. He's going to know every one of them. He's going to know every one of them. He's going to have a story for every single one of them. Pete knows how to get the best out of an individual player. He's done it for years. I feel like when you look at some of these people right here, getting fucking Chin and putting Paulo in the backfield, you're going to fucking hurt people, dude. Like, Paulo is a hard-hitting son of a bitch. He's 6'4", 200, dude, and he ain't even playing. Like, that kid's a hard-hitting dude. And now you got Chin on the opposite side. He's going to just level fucking people. They're going to level people back there, dude. Like, they are going to hurt people in that secondary. And then you're putting the Bulldog. You just put the Bulldog and Eldon Roberts right in the middle, just a fucking bulldog. And you're like, yep, let's get it. Like, you changed the whole team like that. I mean, just fucking like that, dude. And you're talking about bringing energy. That's fucking bringing energy, dude. Like, that's bringing the heat right there. You've already showed, and just in your triangle right there, from your middle linebacker to your two fucking safeties out, you're gonna fucking hit dudes. Like, you're not even playing. You're gonna hit dudes. So I think it was, you couldn't ask for better, in my opinion, just looking at the type of reputation that they build the Legend of Boom over in Seattle and the type of energy that you're trying to bring here. It's instant change, dude. You got a guy in Chin that's a lurker and a fucking just meets your grave type player. I mean, he's good. He can get after the quarterback. He can get in that backfield. He was a great ad. I mean, and again, Mork for 17 million that gets fucking lucky versus fucking Chin for 8 fucking million that puts the wood to fucking dudes. Like, he's gonna excel massively here in this team. I think you're talking about a straight fucking steal, like a straight steal. Young player, it's a steal. I mean, you couldn't ask. I think, like I said, I think Spytek and them, once they started putting fundamental people on the team, it's like, even if you're looking at Roberts, yeah, he's 30 years old. You kind of raise question like, fuck, but again, you might get 5 years out of him. You might get 3 years out. And if you're drafting, and don't forget, we drafted a kid last year at the fucking middle linebacker position. So if you're just getting development behind the people behind them, you're getting 3 years from Roberts. That's plenty good, dude. 3 years, we should already have somebody else building up the same damn way. Like, and Pete's going to make clear of it. I've said, Pete did not come here to say, fuck it, I'm going to run with your guys as players so I can end my career losing like everybody else. Pete said, bullshit. I'm going to come here. People think I'm old because I'm 73. I'm a shit can all these fucking dudes with no worry, no hesitation. I'm not extending one of them besides Malcolm Kuntz, the one that did fucking perform, showed that he was on that level like no one's business. And if you tandem up both of them, Malcolm and fucking Max, at their peak, dude, it's going to fucking hurt people. Like, it ain't no joke. You got Christian Wilkins on that inside, dude. You got Butler now for 3 years over there. You got fucking Tyree. You got Snowden. I don't know if they're going to bring Chasen back because people got to remember, one, they signed Snowden back on the deal. And you got to remember, Chasen got brought in because Malcolm got hurt. So I don't know if they're going to bring him back and sign him. Not going to say they wouldn't. I think he's only looking for about 5 million or 6 million. It could be 3 million. I think it might have been 3 million. But I don't know if they will bring him back because he was brought here because Malcolm was out for the year. So I would have said, if you were bringing Chasen back, I wouldn't have signed Snowden. He had a DUI, fucking dude. I mean, good player. Just, I think I would have signed Chasen over Snowden for damn sure. So I don't know. Be yet to see. Maybe they still bring him back. I'm not going to count him out yet because he did good. He put up good production. He played good. So I would hopefully hope that we bring him back. But long story short, you're talking about a pretty damn good team that's just now got put together just by little core pieces across there. And I have full faith in Paulo. I mean, when Paulo came here from USC, I was like, fuck, man, we're getting him because, his uncle, fucking, I think he's the nephew of him, but of Troy Polamalu. So I was sitting here thinking like, man, I'm not really sold on him because at USC, he wasn't always showing up there. He was hit and miss, dude. Like, it was just hit and miss. But when you seen Epps go down last year, you seen the way that he played. I was like, hey, this fucking kid ain't playing no more, dude. Like, he's coming with the heat, dude. And like, he can identify, he gets out there, he can play in the box. I mean, just a very dangerous tandem there. I told you guys, I like fucking Taylor. I picked him from Air Force to our team. I said that fool would be a dog too. He's fucking Ray Lewis's nephew or Ed Reed's. He's Ed Reed's fucking, long story short, freaking, we got a good little tandem of hidden people around here. Chris Smith, You got a few good little tandems in that backfield. So if you were to let these guys just play, I think you're going to be surprised. I mean, now that you're getting Stokes in the corner in the slot, it's telling you it's going to be Jack Jones and it's going to be frickin' Ja'Cory Bennett. And they're not cutting Jack Jones because they would have informed him already, just like they did Gardner Minshew, that he is going to be cut and he will not be back next year regardless. They did not say that to Jack. They didn't shop him during free agency because he's still on our roster, and they didn't shop him. They didn't entertain being shopped. I don't think they're cutting him. I mean, with a guy like Jack Jones, you can trade him. People are going to want him. There's no fucking doubt. So they didn't even entertain it. So for me, I know Jack Jones coming back. So I feel it's going to be Jack, Ja'Cory, and motherfucking Stokes in the slot corner. And then they're going to go that route. Then, like I've said, the middle linebacker core, if we can get Simmons and Tyrell Dotson, you're going to get them on cheap contracts. I think you can get them both for like $9 million total. You might even be like $10 million for both, 5 and 5. Even if we were at 33, say you're off for 10, you're at 23. Let's say they take off another, I don't know, fucking 10, you're at 13. Then you get Gardner's contract back. You're going to get another contract back here at the Andre James. You're going to be boom right back up to about 30 million going into the season with your dudes. Like, I think you're all right. I think you're in a pretty good deal for me, and you solidify your secondary and your middle linebackers. So, I mean, fucking imagine if we have Simmons and fucking Tyrell Dotson, dude, we are going to fuck people up, dude. I mean, you're talking about a massive overhaul in that secondary and the middle linebacker core, like no one's business. Like, we're going to be fucking good as fuck. I mean, we're going to be good as fuck. You even remember we got fucking Devonshire and Richardson that both started coming on towards the end of the year of last year. They're both back in here. I mean, you got a good little core. I think Sam Webb's even back, dude. So, I mean, Sam Webb's back in there. You got a good little core of players all over this damn team. So when people are like, damn, they're not going out and they're not signing these big name people and they're not bringing in they don't need to, dude. That's what Pete does. He finds hidden gems here and there. He develops these people and he got them on low end contracts, got rid of all these big ass contracts that were about to happen. Like we're talking, 20, 30 million. I mean, you're talking crazy money just between two damn players. So you'd be looking at like 35 million just between two players of our cap, dude. Like, again, I've always said I'm glad I'm not biased to the team because I seen it coming long fucking ways. At the end of the day, I think they're going to have to focus in the offense when you get into the draft. And this is where I believe. So, like I've said, I like their picks. I like how they picked up all these players in the free agency. I think they did a great job, dude. Like, I like it. So, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to knock it. I think every single pick they got serves purpose and principle on the team to build structure on your main fucking core players. I think it was a great deal. I mean, the only pick I'm questioning at the moment, one, can you get Geno a line and not get him to make turnovers? Motherfucker got to 105 touchdowns to 70 fucking 2 turnovers and 80 less games of Derek Carr that got 257 touchdowns and 111 fucking interceptions. So if we ain't weighing the options the same, we're fucking crazy ourselves. Like, we cannot sit there and say a dude that gets 20 touchdowns and 15 interceptions is going to outdo a dude that's literally pushed 30 touchdowns and fucking 10 interceptions like nothing, that he going to get there, but you're going to get there. No, he's going to get there because Pete's going to build that defense that's going to most definitely protect him in our deal. So, yeah, Geno's going to serve a better deal. The difference is we just can't let him turn over the damn ball. If he turns over the ball here, we're in some deep trouble, like straight facts. But again, that's where I believe they're going to get a halfback in the draft and so on. So anyways, long story short, if we were sitting here talking about how I feel about them, I like their picks. I like all the picks that they got. I've said Alex Kappa is the only guy I'm questioning just because you got a win or loss. It's just one or the other. It's what it is. The thing I have a problem with Alex Kappa is that when you have people like Trent Williams, he doesn't need a system. He doesn't need motherfucker to be like, hey, bro, we need to run this deal and do this and blow. No, Trent's just going to bitch your ass on the ground because he's just better than you straight up. You don't need the system. He is the system. When you look at Kappa, I don't see the it factor in him like any other guy like them. He doesn't have, I don't need the system. If the guy faltered on 12 damn sacks and they're saying it's the system, oh man, that's a tough one there because I don't know if I'm gonna buy that shit, but we'll see if he comes into camp and the dude's like, hey, they just suck that bad over there on the O line. And here I don't. Well, we'll see. I mean, it's just you win if he's good, you fucking don't really lose if he's not. You just cut the guy you already have, Meredith, and you probably draft the guy anyway. So you'll have a dude for backup or starter. So at the end of the day, if we were to go into the draft, right? I've said I want Dart. I've been 100% all about that. I want Dart. I don't give a fucking 6 pick. I care less anybody's opinion. 100% Dart. At the end of the day, if we don't take a quarterback now because Gino got brought in, and I'm just saying we're not taking quarterback in the first round, we're going to end up taking somebody in the later round. So for me, if I'm being honest, and I just want to be what's best for the team. What's best for the team. I think you got to take the fucking Ohio State fucking corner or the wide receiver fucking, I can never say his name, a Migma or however you say that guy's name. If you take a Migma at 6, you literally just fixed the offensive receiver part massively. Took a fucking burning ass fucking wide receiver that plays slot receiver, and this dude got some mad hands. He's got mad skill. I think it's a must take. You take a Migma at the 6th pick if we're not taking a quarterback. If you're not taking quarterback, you take a Migma. I think I'm say his name wrong, but he's the wide receiver for Ohio State. He's a Chip Kelly guy. He's gonna fit right in the system instantly. Instant production. 2nd round, I've said it. This is where it kind of gets dicey. Again, it's going to be another Ohio State player, and it's going to be the halfback dude, fucking Henderson, I think is his name. I don't have my book on me, otherwise I'd fucking know. But either way, so Ohio State's halfback, I think his name is Henderson. Again, another Chip Kelly plug and play player. He's gonna fucking beat ass in the NFL. The guy's a great player. He can go scat back, halfback, power back, fucking everything. I think he is a nice fucking piece if we can grab him at that 2nd round. If there's a quarterback on the board in the 2nd round that has more value than Henderson at that pick, I feel like I'm saying his name. I think it's Henderson, but long story short, if there's a quarterback that's at that position at the 6th pick in the 2nd round that carries more value than the halfback. People got to remember, man, there's going to be like 10 or 15 halfbacks in this fucking draft that can go out and start on anybody's team that are going to be great, not good, great. There's a lot of great talent at halfback in this draft. So if we don't get him and we end up with Scatbo or somebody of that in the 3rd round, and you take your quarterback in your 2nd round, it ain't going to be Dart. I'll tell you that right fucking now. It's going to be somebody like Dylan Gabriel, frickin' what's his name from Syracuse, but I think he'll be later. I think he'll be like a 3rd or 4th. He could most definitely move up, but I highly doubt that. Joe Milroe, fuck him. Like I don't even want to hear that fucking guy's name in our even in the Raiders anything. Like the guy was garbage. I don't want the dude on the team. Fuck Milroe. I don't give a fuck. You give him 10 fucking years to develop. Unless he's playing halfback, I'm not going to deal with that shit. Not in no comparison of Lamar Jackson bullshit, nothing. Fuck Milroe. The guy is garbage. He literally came from Nick Saban motherfucking Alabama shit and can't do shit. I'm good on that. Long story short, I do not know why I'm spacing that fucking kid's name at quarterback in the draft in the 2nd round right now. Fuck, I'm gonna have to. I can't remember. I'm probably throw it out to my truck and grab that deal. Star Wars Shadir, fucking. You have fucking Will Howard, but I still think that'd be a mistake to go get Will Howard for the Raiders. Dylan Gabriel just got a better arm. He can move around. He led his team through the nation. I would take Dylan Gabriel in the second round. Motherfucker, there's a goddamn fucking kid. Now I'm just spacing his name. In the second round, we can get. He'll probably be there 100%. And you got to remember, whoever we do get is going to sit there behind the quarterback for the next few years. Like, he's not going to start right now. He'll sit for the next few years. They'll develop him. And if, like I say, Geno don't turn out to be what he is over in Seattle here, then they'll end up moving on him. They got their player, or they even got Aiden that's still sitting right there behind them. So again, to take a quarterback in the second or third round would make a lot of sense. I think if you're going third or fourth round, you're still being able to get a lot of talent because, again, if you look at in a little bit, love you too. If you look at Pete Carroll's halfbacks, he's never gotten good. I mean, he's never went after a halfback before second, third, and fourth round, and all of his guys in the second, third, and fourth rounds have all damn panned out pretty well. So I don't think with him getting a halfback in the later round is going to be like, oh, damn, we're going to miss on it. I'm pretty sure they're going to hit on all the way up through this whole draft. We have 10 picks, dude, with compulsory picks now because we picked up 2 more picks, from players leaving and so on. So we're going to have 10 picks in this draft. They're going to most definitely utilize those picks. And if we go through where we are right now, and like in the third round, like I said, if you go quarterback second, go halfback third, or flip them, I can care less. Don't really give a shit. I'll remember the other guy's name in a second. But either way, then you're looking at linebacker. You're going to look at backup cornerback, safety. You're probably looking at O-line depth. You're going to start looking for fill out the rest of your backups because they're not going to be fucking starters in there. And again, they hit on a lot of their picks. They hit on a lot of their people. So I have a lot of faith in Pete Carroll, man. He's not no dummy. He's not a dummy. He does not know how to draft or develop players. He's phenomenal at it. So like I've said, we can have a really good team here built together to start the season. You look at the Chargers, they literally just signed Najee Harris. Dude, well, you don't think Jim's just going to pound that fucking ball right down our neck? Just beat him down the fucking throat of us, dude, because he knows how to run Najee. He's going to know damn well how to make Najee come in here. You thought Dobbins putting up 100+ yards. He's going to have Harris putting up like 200 fucking yards on us. And guess what Pete does? Instantly, they get Harris. He says, fuck, I'm going to go get Roberts, do that practice against this fucking dude, knows the guy, knows his tendencies, and I'm going to put him at middle linebacker to knock the shit right out of him. I mean, you couldn't even ask for better. I mean, like I said, they want to play checkers. Pete over here playing fucking 340 fucking chess, dude. Like, he ain't fucking playing. He already the instant fix for the problem right away. So now when Najee comes up in this bitch, he's going to be like, well, can't run up the gut because Robert's going to knock the shit right out of me. So going to have to get to the outside. I'm going to have to fucking go. Like, it starts fucking with the dude because he practices against that fucking guy. That guy knows what the fuck he does, dude, and he knows it very well. So, and not only that, it's not that he knows it. It's not that he knows it very well. He will fucking knock the shit out of you. So now you got a guy that knows your shit and will lay your ass out. Like that, you couldn't ask for a better fix, dude. And I think, like I said, Pete knows his shit pretty well. And they fixed that deal instantly. So at the end of the day, they know what the fuck they're doing. There's no doubt in my mind that every pick that they've picked so far through free agency has a most definite strategic plan to it to be the core base of the team. And again, they're not going to, I think they're building the offense right through the fucking draft. And I can see Ohio State Buckeye players here instantly because how does Chip Kelly get success instantly is get a fucking receiver that knows his program, knows his shit, knows his whole link tree. They're going to develop on the receiving core just like that, just because of that one damn dude. And it's not like you got some old 4th fucking round dude. You got goddamn top 6 fucking receiver in the whole NFL in that draft. Like, yeah, I'm going to fucking take that dude instantly and put him over here. And then again, you're established his halfback if they were to get him in the second round. I mean, you've just fixed the core base of this fucking offense instantly just with those two core players, which are most needed players in this team. He's going to run the offense through Geno because they've already run it over there in the motherfucking Seahawks. So Chip's going to have his spin and twist on it because now he has a quarterback that can see over the fucking line. He's still mobile and he can run around. He's going to be able to throw some fucking touchdowns. They're just going to hope that they can limit the interceptions. Because that's the only way you're gonna win with Geno. If you can't limit the interceptions, you're not winning with Geno. I don't give a fucking what any person feels, thinks, however they want to be in their feeling or not. It's just not happening. At the end of the day, I feel like if we were to take this plan and they've already started establishing the plan, we are going to be a tough fucking team to beat, period. And listen, you don't have to get your linebacker and shit right at the moment, and you don't even have to get them in the draft because people are going to draft players in the draft that are going to be outside linebackers or inside, and then they're going to go into the second wave of free agencies where they dump these veteran players off because they got a young guy and they think he's going to be better than him. So we're going to be able to fill our linebacking need at any way point through this free agency, draft, or free agency again easily. So like I said, I love the plan that Pete has already brought to the table because I've said it 100 times. I've said it so many times with Al Ghost on the show, everybody, where I've said the Raiders need to take a fucking grenade and just throw this bitch in there and blow that motherfucker up. Because when you start harnessing on the old players, you just keep thinking that they're going to get it there one day. They're going to change this way. They've never have. When people wanted to compare us as a top 10 or top 3 defense in the league, it was based off of 9 fucking games. It was based off of 9 games or 8 games in the season because it was when he took over, they based the second half. There was never a stat that said the Raiders in fucking 17 fucking games was the 10th or 3rd best fucking team in defense. There was never a stat that said that. So when we imply that automatically when we go into the next, it's going to be that, it's just bullshit. We misrepresent who we are. We're expecting something that we're not. And it just fucking turmoils are, dude. And the way that he broke it down and said, hey, man, these dudes are not getting the base job done in a type of run defense that we run. We're not going to do it. I mean, I've said it. I think they did a great job, man. So there's not a fucking guy on that team that I'm like, damn, you fucking got rid of him. I called every one of those motherfuckers going bye-bye. I said it for fucking months. I've made posts on my Instagram. I've said it straight up. I knew they were going bye-bye. If the right coach came in here and wanted to rebuild this team the right way, those dudes had to go. It's just facts, dude. Like, get too many Raider fans hold on to feelings, and they think feelings is what's going to win us games. It's not. That's not facts, dude. Production is what the game's won on. It's not won on fucking feelings and, oh, I'm sorry, dude. Like, it's not a personal business. This is a fucking business, dude. And that's why not anybody can just be in that job because they don't have the heart to tell a guy, hey, you got to go. Like, too many people are like, man, he's good. He's going to do. Nah, the fucking guy ain't good. Your standard versus NFL standard is not the same damn standard. Standard of those standards are what gets you Super Bowls. It's not feelings that gets you Super Bowls. It's the production out of the player that gives you Super Bowls. So that's exactly what you're looking for. So at the end of the day, I think, like I said, if we stay on this page, keep grabbing the people that we need just to fill in the roster, we draft our 10 over here in the draft. I mean, I think the Raiders can win anywhere easily 8 to 10 games. Easy. And for year one, in year fucking one, we go from 4 wins to 8 wins or 4 wins to 10 wins. We most definitely have a team that if everything was to pan out, like I said, through the draft and through the rest of this free agency, you have a team, man, that even if you were to go 8 wins, you're drafting the players that are going to produce instantly right away in the following year. You're going to go back through your free agency and fill in the spots where you lack. And then boom, you're going to be right fucking there. I'm not going to lie. Would I say, like, my expectations to say that, hey, we're going to make the playoffs this year by seeing just these few little moves? I mean, that's tough. I'm not going to say I wouldn't. I'm telling you, if they can go win 10 games, they can most definitely make the playoffs. So I'm not going to say count them out in that aspect. But if I was saying like realistic aspects, I would just say 8 wins gives us a good draft pick. We're able to start to rebuild the right way with the team. Year 2 and year 3, they're going to be winning right away. And I've said it, you don't always have to have the greatest quarterback to win games, especially when you look at people like Brad Johnson and so on that played in Tampa Bay and that way, you know, like you have a lot of great talented people, a lot of great talented staff around us. I think we can most definitely get this job done. I've said I think that the Raiders are on the right path. I think if we're able to get the right people, we're going to be a really good fucking team, man. Like really. Fuck, I didn't see that my chat was off. Either way, I just run through here, give some shout outs real quick. Salute Rudy, really do appreciate you. Tanner Jack again, really do appreciate it. Seth, Ryan, Lauren, that Raiders fan, really do appreciate all you guys. I didn't see your guys' deals on there. James, really do appreciate you, man. Rolo Polo, really do appreciate you too. Yeah, that's my bad, man. I didn't see my deal, but we'll roll through some of these chats real quick and then we'll just leave out from there. But I do believe, like I said, I like all the moves that these guys have made for pretty much the most part so far. Jack Jones sucks. He gave up way more passing yards than any DB in the Raiders roster. The main reason why Trayvon Mork was not re-signed is because Raiders don't want to pay him the money he wanted. It's just regular business. I like the linebacker signing. Straight facts, Tanner, really do love it. Says, I do agree that Max was overpaid, although he is not the highest paid defensive end in the NFL. Thanks to Myles Garrett getting a new extension, $40 million per year. Like I said, Max's contract, when you look at it, dude, he's only going to be paid on these 2 years, 24 and 27 million for the next 2 years. He's getting 91 fully guaranteed. So if he was to get injured, the $91 million kicks in for him to be able to collect money while he is injured. We stop payment on the actual contracts of 24 and 27, depending on which year, if an injury does take place, and then his money kicks in over there. So it's not a bad idea. It's actually a really good fucking idea. It was a really good contract. So like I've said, and his $35 million don't even kick in until like 2027. But again, in the 2027, it has a loophole where one contract ends, another begins. And if Max wasn't performing and they wanted to move on, they can move on just like Derek Carr, either trade him or fucking cut him and take zero loss in it. So the way they structured the contract, great contract. It was just me more just like, what the fuck, they giving him that kind of money? But again, sometimes you just need to read the whole deal. I'm not always right 100%. Sometimes, like I said, your feelings do get in. Football is an emotional deal because you're so used to always doing the same bullshit over and over. It just never changes. So in this aspect, I liked it. I think it was a good move. And I would 100% don't have no issue with what they did there. Again, so that's all I got to say with that deal. Fuck, where's my fucking deal? I know this is not fucking no. Fucking crazy. I've always said, everybody knows I'm not biased. I just read the players and the team because I've played football. I know football very well. I just read the team for what it needs to be to win. I couldn't have knocked this shit out of the park better than what I did when it came to knowing me and not signing any one of those motherfuckers back. Like, I said that shit straight up. I said, you got to just demolish this shit. If somebody looked at the game the way you're supposed to look at the fucking game, you would say, this dude, the ball just landed in his fucking hand. There's nothing that indicate this motherfucker getting after it business. When you put tape on with Mort and tape on with Chin, this motherfucker lights you up. This motherfucker could barely tackle you half the fucking time. So, man, like I said, I think these guys are good. They're fucking good. I said, I haven't heard from William in a long time. I talk to William all the time. Great dude. Fucking always up in there talking fucking Raiders football. Diehard little Raiders fan. You can always go check out his page, Raiders Report, dude. He always puts on his shit. Pretty good deal. Roberts was the player who stopped Madison from scoring last season. Also picked off Carr for a pick six years back. Yeah, facts. Nothing is I think yes, 100%. Yes, on that one, Raiders fan. My bad. I don't know what I was about to say because I was about to confuse two things and different, but yes, you're 100% right. Damn says salute to the Raiders fans. Said I would like that we have I would like to what we have in the cornerback Demarcus Robinson, our 4th round in last year's draft. I like to see if Pete can turn him into a starter. He most definitely did. If people remember, dude, he took fucking Browner and so on, dude. I mean, Sherman, everybody, dude. Like, Pete can most definitely turn a dude like DeCamerion Richardson into a most definite starter. He has every prototypic type, the foundation, getting after it. He lacks in and out. He lacks getting in and out of routes, or in and out of the route. That's more on him. But Pete most definitely can develop that kid really well. So I've said, don't be surprised to see Devonshire or Richardson step up in this upcoming year in there for sure. And salute, Raiders fan. Appreciate you, bro. Ryan Lawrence, I think's how you say your name. Appreciate you too. Says, I know he's tall and lanky. Facts. I would like to what, Ryan? I don't know if you finished it or not. I would like to what, Ryan? Either way, we got a cornerback from Green Bay. Facts. Tanner Jacks, appreciate you too. It was God dang it, it's Eric fucking Stokes, which is a great fucking little player, dude. I've said he's a 1st round pick, dude, just in 2018. He came from Georgia, good school. The dude has all the potential in the world, man. Bringing him over here, I think we're going to most definitely get it out of him. So I'd like to pick for sure 1 year prove it deal type deal, $4 million. I think they can most definitely get him to play good football here. True says our 4th round pick in last year's draft, Robinson, the cornerback out of Mississippi State. I would love to see what he can be. Same here, man. Who's Lonnie Johnson? Lonnie Johnson's fucking on trash when you see him. He's trash as hell, but when you know that he's a special teams, he's just damn fine. So you're fine. Also, I wonder if Tommy Eichenberg will start at middle linebacker. See, that's another guy. Again, I said that earlier when people were all pissed off that Spillane went and they haven't got another guy outside of Roberts. I'm like, bro, they got Eichenberg still, which is a good top player, dude, when he played in college. So, and again, did he come from Ohio State? Like, I don't know, but I think maybe, but I don't know. Damn, why can't I just picture it? I think maybe, but either way, but again, another good player in the backfield, dude. Listen, Pete is going to get the fucking players out, the production out of the players. This guy has done it his whole career, dude. His whole career. There's never been a stop where he hasn't done it. And it's just like I told you guys about Jim fucking Harbaugh when people were like, oh, he's not going to come in and win right away. He's not going to go to the playoffs, blah, 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 blah. And I said, bullshit. There ain't been a fucking stat in his damn career that says he's not. I said, this guy most definitely going to come to the Chargers and most definitely take him to the damn in a minute, go out, please. Huh? What do you mean it won't work, man? Yeah. Love you too, kid. So, long story short, I said, hey, there's nothing that says he wasn't going to take that team, and he did. And there's nothing saying Pete ain't going to do the same thing, because every single stop, no matter where, if it's been the Seahawks, the USC or not, he ain't never not taken his team to the fucking playoffs or built a team right away to get to the playoffs. So he knows exactly what it takes to get there. So again, I'm not questioning Pete in any way, shape, or form. We definitely got Lonnie Johnson now. Whoever he is, thought we'd get Asante Samuels Jr. instead. I think, like they said, they just don't want to pay other people's players, dude. Like, I don't think they want to go out. Look at it like this. This is something I thought was so crazy when I heard this. When the Patriots just signed the defensive tackle, I think it was, that came from the Eagles. I think he's getting like $26 million a year. I think that's what they said. It was $26 million a year. Do you know that broke the rate or the Patriots record for the highest paid player in the organization? That's fucking saying something massively, that Tom Brady was the next highest paid player at the fucking quarterback position at $25 million. And what I think is the most mind-blowing thing is that the Raiders got the Patriots got all those championships out of lesser fucking paid players. It's not about paying the guys good big money and just bringing in all these top deals. Like, Patriots went out and they spent some fucking money and they got some damn good players. Same with the Vikings, same with the Redskins. Like, those three teams, you better watch the hell out for, because they're letting you know, like, hey, we're about to come beat the shit out of you. Like, especially that Vikings team, man, dude, to go over there and get Hargrave and fucking Allen on that D line. God damn, dude. Like, they're not even playing around, dude. Like, the Redskins, they're not playing either. They picked up some great fucking players, and same with the damn New England. New England went out there and they went gun-ho in Vrabel's deal. So again, these guys, when you look at theirs and you're like, man, look at the big names, look at what they're doing, they're trying to go. Then you look at the Raiders, you're like, this is bullshit. At the end of the day, I believe, like, they're spending a lot of money on big name players. Then they're going to have to fill in these other holes with little ass names, people that aren't going to be good. And you look at ours, yeah, they didn't just go shock you with these big names. But I feel like when you see Pete Carroll did not come back to the NFL to lose. He did not come here at 73 years old to get made fun of. If he felt that Sam Darnold was the better option, if he felt that going after frickin' Aaron Rodgers, frickin' Russell Wilson, any other Justin Fields, any other guy in the fucking deal, he would have did it. He had all the money in the world to do it. Nobody was going to tell him he couldn't. He could have most definitely got whoever he wanted, man, to come here. And he went after Geno damn Smith. So, like I said, he's not coming here to lose, man. And people are like, oh, he's going to try to go after all his old players. I don't believe that. I think if they go out there and get a Mook, or however you say that dude's name, at the slot receiver at the 6th pick, you're going to change shit instantly, dude. You didn't need to get Debo or DK on a $35 million contract either. Like, you literally just got a guy for $35 million total for 5 years, like, that's what you just did. So to me, I think they're going to build this team right. And if they do what I said, that they're going to go wide receiver, halfback, quarterback, and either way that they look at those 3 rounds, we're going to knock this shit out of the park. Like, I don't care. And I don't care if they take quarterback in the later fucking round, or if they feel they can get a halfback in the 4th round. I don't care if they have to flip a few of those deals to be in the later, because there's better value for them at the quarterback, and they fill in a linebacker in the 2nd round or something. But as long as by the 4th round, we've solidified our quarterback, halfback, and wide receiver pick in there, then I can see it. If we go out and sign, I mean, I don't even know if there's a player I'd be like, yeah, I'm content with that being assigned a wide receiver that we're going to win right now. I mean, Cooper Kupp is still, even if we were to trade for Cooper Kupp or something, it's still a liability because of the fact that he hasn't played in games. He gets injured all the time now. Like, I don't know if I want to get him and sign the contract for him. I don't know if I'd do that. At the end of the day, I would rather go just draft me a young dude, let him come back out here and run with Myers, Tucker, and dude, you can imagine if you get a Mook, or however you say his fucking name, and you're pairing him up to be able to teach Tucker, holy shit, dude, we're going to be dangerous. Like, we are going to be dangerous. It's not even going to be funny. Like, we're going to be dangerous, dude. Like, and not only that, Jacoby Myers is just on a whole nother level. Dude has no drop passes, dude. I mean, just phenomenal player since the minute that Adams took off. And then now he's going to be in a Chip Kelly offense, dude, that does nothing but produce. Boy, it's going to be exciting to watch. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be really exciting if we were able to pull the trigger on all these moving pieces and it panned out in year one. I'm not expecting year one. I just think year one's too high of an expectation. I would say year two, 100% on Pete's 3-year contract. I think it's a 3 with 4-year option, but I think you're most definitely trying to push your shit right now, like 100%. So again, and it would probably solidify him a spot is advisor when his contract's up in the fucking front office here because of what he built here that has taken forever to get us out of it. So I think Pete's most definitely on a mission that he wants to solidify himself. And like he said, he's talked about it, dude, in Al's ways and how once a Raider, always have a place to come back to, always have a place to do something. A lot of Raider players, coaches have been staff on our Raiders organization, dude, in multiple different places. So I think Pete's looking at the long run where he doesn't want to give up football and he don't want to retire. And Seahawks aren't going to give him the option because they didn't give it to him yet. So I think what he's doing is saying, hey, man, if I get done here building this team, they're going to give me a fucking chair up there in that building where I can still help run football operations of this team and help keep building it. I think that's exactly what his plan is, and I don't think he's going to fail. I think he's on a fucking track, and I think he's going to get it, man, just fine. So when he looks at the core players, he signed core people back onto this team that have been core players the whole entire time. Giving frickin' Adam Butler a 3-year contract just shows like, hey, bro, we like you being next to Christian Wilkins, dude. Like, we're not going to try to outsource you or shop you. We're going to give you a 3-year, and you're going to be on the outside of this, man. So I think it shows the tape that they watch. They're only putting people in the spot that they know has done something that means something here. They watched Malcolm Kuntz's tape. They know that he's a hardworking kid. They know the struggle that he's been through. They know that he was coming into the year where he could have been shit hot, and they're going to take that risk on him 100% because they know the doctors have told him, hey, yes, his shit's come back. He's fine. He was coming back last year. Like, they already have the know. So I don't think they're going to risk anything of hurting themselves, you know. Salute James, really do appreciate you. It says I like the DT we got last season, number 96. I can't say his name either. Wide receiver from Ohio State. Kyle McCormick from Syracuse. Yeah, McCormick would be a great option if you were going in the later rounds and going to sit a guy and develop him for multiple years. You don't want to take Will Howard because Will Howard, by the time he sits for 3 damn years, he'll be fucking older than hell. So I don't think you want to go after him. So it's going to have to be somebody young that's in their 20s, 2021, maybe 22 at the oldest, and that you can sit for 3 to 4 years like a Jordan Love or frickin' Aaron Rodgers type situation, where you're not just sitting them for a year, you're sitting them for multiple years, and then you're going to allow them to play. So you most definitely want to make sure the quarterback is not, you know, turning fucking 30 when he's starting, that he's turning more in the 26 range, 25, 26 range. So I think that would be an idea. So those are the quarterbacks I would focus on, in that would be 26 years of age, or 26 at most. I'm assuming maybe 27, but 26 would have to be the window of the player. So if you're looking at 25, 26, and you're picking up a player that's 21, 22, 23, sitting them for 2-3 years, no matter how those scenarios turn around, the oldest player you would have starting is 26 years old, which would make the most damn sense to me. I mean, you're not trying to go get a guy, start him when you're 40, you know, so that's probably what I would do. So those would be the quarterbacks, which I'll talk about here in the next probably next week when I do another live about the quarterbacks that if we target in those later rounds versus trying to target one in the very first, sacrificing picks, so on. I mean, I want Dart. I don't give a shit. But, you know, if we're just doing what the team needs versus my personal needs, it would make the most sense to go wide receiver, halfback, quarterback, in however way you want to do that deal. You're fine, Dustin. Don't worry. It says the reason why I say that was because you sound a little stressed, gentlemen. Caps, Rolo Polo. Yeah, Rolo Polo, appreciate you, bro. Salute Rolo Polo. Says our offense On offense, we need to improve the center, right guard position. On defense, we need cornerback. We need a we need a running back too. Hello, Raiders yonder. I strongly disagree that Jeremy Chin is better than Trayvon. Yes, Jeremy Chin is a good size 6'2". The main reason why Morg was not signed was because he asked for too much money. Says I do think we have more wins than last year. I do believe we'll be a playoff team. We might be 7 or 8. When team Mork was nothing special, Carolina overpaid for him. I mean, that's just straight facts. I mean, again, I don't, like I've always said, I'm not a feelings guy. I mean, I get how people feel about players, but I'm just a factual player. If I called it a month ago, month and a half ago, that those dudes were going, I've said it's not personal. It's just facts. So at the end of the day, people can hold on to what they assume or feel, but Mork's production has not been basic at all. So to go out and give him $17 million, see, there's nothing that fucking guy's done worth $17 million. I mean, 12 million, I'd give him 12 million. I'd say straight up $12 million player, fucking 10, 12. I mean, just because we draft the guy doesn't mean that he's the next best, greatest player, you know. Trayvon Merrick's getting paid $51 million for 3 years by the Panther. It's not being overpaid, although it would be tough to pay more when Crosby is being paid. It's either way. It says for me, I want to win another Super Bowl. That's all I want at this point. It says I do know the Raiders' history when it comes to NFC DBs coming to the Raiders defense. None of them have been successful. I'm still optimistical. James, salute. Al Ghost, salute, bro. Appreciate you. Long time no see. Like I say, the ears are ringing, bro. When it's speaking out here, they come, man. Like straight up. But really do appreciate you, Al. Always been on here. Always been cool ass dude. So always love the debate, fucking. And just like I told him, I said if the Raiders were to blow this shit up, they'd be a better team. So at the end of the day, they did. So more can't tackle, real talk. Straight facts, guys. Ass, dude. The guy's ass, man. Straight up. Mike Lockram, appreciate you, bro, man. Appreciate you showing up, man. Vikings fans showing up. Appreciate it. You guys got a great team, Mike. I'm just going to tell you right now, man, your team is going to kick the shit out of some people, dude. They're not even going to play. They built a really good team right now. So look at it like this. If they were able to bring in Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers has a fucking MVP year. I'm just going to be honest. He's got top 5, top 7 play caller and freaking Kevin O'Connell. He is going to all out with Justin Jefferson and Addison and freaking Hawkinson. And oh, man, Rodgers will probably have the best year he's had. He has even Aaron Jones there at the halfback, dude. Like if Aaron ends up on the Vikings, motherfucker, it's going to be nightmare. So, or the Steelers. I mean, those are the two teams I've heard him pegged to the most is Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers or Aaron Rodgers to the Vikings. I mean, either which way he goes, he got great defense in the Steelers and he got Metcalf and fucking Pickens and he got Williams halfback. I mean, he's got that damn tight end that's a little baller. Either way he goes, he's doing pretty damn good. So Rodgers ends up on either one of them teams. He's doing just damn fine. He said Dustin on that Bammer. Fuck no, I ain't never smoked Bammer. This shit'll choke the fuck out of you, dude. I literally lit this bitch up earlier today, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. That shit about made me throw up, dude. It was like straight gagged the shit out of me. Outside of that, LVR Ozzy, appreciate you, bro. It says that Dustin, let's It says, with the Raiders getting Geno, who is a decent veteran quarterback, how do you feel about maybe taking a DN in round 1 like James Pierce Jr. or Mike Green? That it says James Pierce Jr. and Mike Green so that next year we can let Kuntz walk or not pay him much. What about defensive end, linebacker, quarterback, running back in that order? I don't know why you would go against Malcolm Kuntz like that, because if Malcolm Kuntz comes back off the injury, he puts up 10 fucking sacks or 15 sacks. Why would we want to not sign him? Like, it's not like he's going to go out there and get $35 million. Like, he's not getting $35 million. And the cap raises again next year. So it'd be no different than what they did with Max Crosby this year when it raised 24 fucking million. They just gave it all to fucking Max Crosby. Do I agree with it? No, I don't agree with it. Like, I think you should most definitely spread it around so your investment comes back in multiple ways, not just one way. But is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to tell them how to spend their money. They're obviously been to school for it. They're educated about it. So I have zero issue with it. I think if Malcolm Kuntz fucking shows up, you don't not go on him. The kid's young as fuck. He still has enough. You can give him a 5-year contract, dude, and fucking still get your production out of him as long as that injury doesn't pop back up. I just think there's bigger needs, and not only that, his tandem with Max Crosby has been phenomenal. So to me, I'm not betting against fucking Malcolm. Malcolm's one of my favorite players. I picked him on our team the year that we drafted him, picked him in that round on our fucking team, even with graphic in them, dude. Like, I literally told them all when we drafted Malcolm Kuntz, my deal on graphics show and all their shit was 10 plus motherfucking sacks. That was exactly what I said Malcolm was going to do. I said, do not sleep on Malcolm motherfucking Kuntz. Malcolm Kuntz going to show up and shock the fuck out of people. And listen, Malcolm Kuntz had the chance to shock him. For whatever reason, they benched him, didn't want to play him. No, not right now. I'm in my deal. So long story short, I told them straight up, that Kuntz was going to be the deal, man. And then Josh McDaniels fucking sits him down because he all pissed off at fucking Kuntz. Just a bitch, dude. But at the end of the day, when Graham and them finally gave him AP, like, thank you, AP. Really do appreciate it, because when AP gave the chance to Kuntz, oh, motherfucker, that's all he needed. He was like, yeah, fuck, I ain't giving that shit back. And he took off like a bat out of hell. So I'm not banking on Kuntz. Like, if he gets injured, you can draft his replacement next year. Like, that's what I would do. And it's not only that, you already got people behind him, dude, with Snowden, with frickin' Tyree Wilson. I mean, again, if you get Chasem, I mean, you got people behind him. So to me, I'm not drafting a DN there. Like, I'm taking the receiver, dude. I'm taking the wide receiver at the 6th pick. I'm taking fucking dude from Ohio State, because I've said it. The Raiders need a number 1 wide receiver. Like, no matter what we look at, how we look at it, number 1 wide receiver for sure. Reports are saying that Cup will be around 12 to 15 million per year. I mean, fuck, if we can get him for $12 million, I'd sign his ass. I'd sign him for 1 year, $12 million, and just see what he does. I mean, it'd be no different than Nelson Aguilar, but you're getting an actual dude that's put up some phenomenal numbers. And if you sign Cup, you're not going to draft fucking dude from Ohio State. And I think that would be a mistake. Because if you get Cooper Kupp, I feel like he's not nothing that's going to last long here. He's not going to last long. So why would we try to invest in our future in a guy that can just go down in mid-season and be the fuck out on? I'm not doing that. I'm taking the youth. I'm taking the young dudes that are going to be here for years to come. Somebody that can most definitely replace Henry Ruggs for real. So I'm going to go with the wide receiver, like, straight up. I'm not getting Kupp. Facts, Jacoby is a beast. I'll keep telling people he is a wide receiver 1. Jacoby inside or outside of his rookie year, and Mac Jones, Jimmy G. Gardner, and Aiden O'Connell is best QB so far, and still put up numbers. Can't wait to see what he does with Geno. Facts. I mean, he's going to get a quarterback that knows how to throw with big players. Like, says, I would too take Curtis Ruger, Will Howard, Jalen Milroe in later rounds and go DN round 1, linebacker round 2, quarterback round 3, running back round 4. It says then receiver and whatever else. Facts, I said same. Mark was overpaid. Glad we didn't pay him that. Salute Ozzy, salute Al, salute Seth, salute Michael. Right, a perfect retirement. I heard he wants to follow like Brett did. Facts. I mean, fucking facts. Just came back to say peace. Salute Seth, appreciate you. It says only saying if Kuntz don't pan out due to the knee injury. I'm saying draft a DN as a plan B. Says I'm also thinking of building a line like the Eagles. Yeah, but we don't run a 4-3 line. We run a 3-4 line. So unless you're changing up your main DN or D tackles on the inside and running that scheme, you'd probably have to change up your whole plan. And like I said, Pete runs a 3. Well, I mean, fuck. Thinking about it, actually, he does run he runs a cover 3. But I think it was a fucking he runs a 4-3 cover 3 defense, if I remember right. Yeah, because it's Gus Bradley's defense. So yeah, you never know. I mean, fuck, thinking about that, you just never know. It says I'm not against Kuntz. I'm just skeptic when it comes to knee injuries. It says, like I said before, I like this group because it's open-minded. You can be a part of a group when, even with being a Vikings fan, I appreciate the Raider Nation. Appreciate you, bro. Always have, always will. Facts, Michael. That's how we roll. No hate over here. Just good football debate. Yeah, there's some haters that are bitch-ass motherfuckers, but outside of that, Mike knows me in person. So, I mean, freaking Mike's a good dude. He's freaking always been a good guy. So, I've always said my channels and my communities are always about being able to help people, being able to be there for people, like always being able to talk football, talk anything, like I've always said, I think if you can come to communities that can do that, it can help people, period. Where a lot of these other fucking YouTubers, they're just too fake, dude. They get on your nerves. They talk too much shit. They don't know their shit. I like talking football. It's like I've said, when you watch free agency in day one, Mike is going to have a great fucking team over there. And I've said it, if they put Rodgers on that Vikings team, it's going to be scary. Like, I don't give a fucking Washington or not. That's the best team Aaron Rodgers probably has ever had in his career, having 2 dudes like Addison, Hawkins, and 3, and Justin Jefferson. I mean, shit, that dog's on freaking on Devontae Adams. Like, no knock to him, but it just beats his ass, like, straight up, so Facts Michael says the Raider Nation I see doing far better than last year, starting out with a great group of players so far, and with Pete Carroll easily. Facts. Says I like move. Think I missed your earlier part of your live. Amuka has been my number 1 wide receiver for a while. I want to be mad with Amuka around 1, and yeah, Pete does cover 3. I'm telling you, it has to be a Mukma at the first pick. I mean, if you're just saying that you're going to draft quarterback in the later, it has to be a Mukma. Like, there's no question in my mind. T-Mac won't be the first receiver off. It'll be him. And when you think about you're trying to build the team in the inside out, this guy's a crucial fucking piece. He's a crucial piece in Chip Kelly's offense. There's just not a doubt in my mind. And I think, and he's a slot receiver. So you're putting out Tucker on the outside. You're putting out frickin' Jacoby on the outside. You're putting Muka on, I think it's how you say his name, Muka. you're putting him in the inside. You got Bowers in there, dude. Now you got drags, you got streaks. I mean, you got fucking hooks. You got some good ass fucking jet sweeps, dude. I mean, you got a little bit of everything between. Now you don't know if it's coming from him or Tucker. Like, you got a lot of confusion here now, and Jacoby on a fake fucking throw for quarterback. Like, you just don't know. It makes the team very dangerous. It makes the team very dangerous. It helps Chip Kelly be able to train the receivers right away. It helps them put them in a system where it's like, hey, we need to run it like this. We need to be here. Like, I think it's a straight up must-have deal. Like, if I'm just being 100% honest. It says, I was thinking Max Wilkins, Tyree Butler, Kuntz with a drafted D and rotating along with Tyree like a continuous rotation. I mean, Tyree's going to be there 100%. I mean, if Pete didn't want Tyree, he wouldn't be here. I mean, I've said it. They picked Snowden and all them. They've all been players. So I'm just going to be honest. If I'm just being dead honest, I cannot see us picking a DN unless it's Carter. If it's Carter that falls to the 6th pick and fucking for whatever damn reason we end up with him, then yes, I would say yes, 100%. But there's no way I can see the Raiders saying, damn, we need a DN when we got Kuntz on $12 million. So they know fucking well they're betting on Kuntz. Otherwise, why did they pay him $12 million when they could have went and got Tyron or anybody like that from another fucking team for $3 million? Like, most definitely banking on him. You could have re-signed Chase and do that 5 sacks in literally 6-7 games. Like, I just can't see them taking DN. If I'm just being dead ass honest, I cannot see it. They would take a Mikma because what do we lack still? Number 1 wide receiver. Yes, I'm not going to say that Jacoby isn't a good receiver. His touchdowns do not match his yardage in the fucking deal. Number 1 wide receivers are pro-dominant on the field. That's their job, getting in the motherfucking end zone. So I'm not discrediting Jacoby. I'm not going to say he couldn't be a number 1 wide receiver this year in a Chip Kelly offense, and if that's their goal. But I'm just going to say he is yet to show that he is number 1 wide receiver in that dominance. So for me, I'm going to say I'm going to keep him at the wide receiver 2. I'm going to fucking if you keep him at the wide receiver 2, and again, he will play as the 1 if how did I see you say that? Mika, if Mika is brought here, he will play inside and out, but he'll be most pro-dominant as a slot receiver. So it's going to most definitely push out Jacoby on the outside, Tucker in the outside, Tucker inside, or Jacoby inside. But it'll most likely be Jacoby, Tucker, Mikma, Bowers. Like, that would probably be how you're looking at your core 4 players on the team. That's how I would put it if I got those players. But would I look at Jacoby as my motherfucking 1? No. I think I'm going to look at a Mikma in his first year. Mika in his first year probably is my wide receiver 1 just because he will get in the fucking end zone. So again, I'm not going to discredit Jacoby. I think Jacoby can do it. I've said it. I've had full confidence in this dude the whole entire time he's been here. I'm just saying stat wise and what you put on the field is what you get judged by. So I'm not going to say yes. I mean, I think, like I said, Mika has just as good a chance to be 1 in here over him in the same year because he's going to have to outproduce him. So yardage doesn't always determine that in the NFL you're wide receiver 1. It's yardage and touchdowns. Those are pro-dominant players. So that's what they're getting based off. So in my opinion, it says, and with Kelly makes all the sense. Is my favorite wide receiver in the draft. With Kelly, it makes all the sense. Yeah, I agree. Makes sense, especially if we don't get another receiver in free agency. Just call him Mika. I do easier and good nicknames. Laugh out loud. Pronouns. Pronounce it like Mika. Or Mika says. At least I think that's how it goes because I'm usually good with pronouncing African names. I can't fucking tell you his name. Like, I can barely even fucking say it, you know? But listen, I've said, I think that the Raiders have a great core of players right here, right now. Like, if I'm just being dead ass honest, I think they have a good core. They're gonna most definitely fill out this core, and they're most definitely gonna pick up those 10 picks in the draft. I don't even know if they trade out, trade up, trade not. I don't know. I'm not gonna predict it because I don't know. Maybe the closer we get, I can get a better idea. But I'm going to pick my top 3 in the first 3 rounds because that's about where I'm at. 3 or 4 rounds. I'll pick 4 rounds. I'm going to see if I hit on any of them motherfuckers in those rounds because I'm going to do my mocks where I'm doing later round drafts and so on. But I'm just going to focus on the first 4 rounds because I think those are the rounds that are going to matter the most. Depending on how the boards are falling, how people are looking at people right now. I'm gonna just do those because I think you're gonna have more. They're gonna matter more to the team in those first 4 rounds, especially with Pete Carroll's and Spytek's, drafting capability. I think those are going to be the most served. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say a 5, 6, 7, or 8, 9, 10, whatever they choose in later can it hit and be a good player. I'm not saying nothing like that. What I'm saying is I'm just saying I have a better chance of hitting the earlier players than you do later because there's just so many of them. People start changing up a lot of different strategies where in the beginning rounds, it's more on personal, like your need, like it's what you need for the team. So that's what you're building is your future through there. And as much as I love Jacoby or not, he's only been on a 2-year contract, I think. And I think this will be his last year coming up. And if he does go out there and ball out, what's saying he don't want 25, 30 fucking $million. And again, I think it's got to be a receiver. You get him 5 years on that rookie contract, 34 million, I think, or 35, and you're set for 5 years. So that's probably the direction I would kind of look for a replacement in that free agency next year. But you never know. Jacoby might love being a Raider. He might say, hey, I don't need to get 25, 30 million. Just give me 20, give me 18. Like, I don't know what he would demand. But hey, I wish him the best this year. I hope he goes out and dominates on dudes and blows them out, so more power to him. But I think if we go halfback in there, because I think, like I said, the halfback's very important in Chip's Kelly's offense. And if you don't have somebody that can run his offense or have production in it, then you're just going to be lost again. And I don't think Chip wants to come here and lose. Like, if you guys have noticed, Chip hasn't got any fucking players on that offense yet. So there's nothing saying that, if they're looking at Kappa, I'm pretty sure he wasn't like, oh boy, if you go give me Kappa, I'm going to be just happy, Like, no, he's like, hey, I'll let you guys pick all these guys up in free agency. Let me get the draft. Let me get the draft. This is where the points matter. The points matter is putting up fucking points. So you can build your defense all you fucking want. Just let me get my fucking players in the draft. So for me, I'm telling you, I have a strong feeling that I can see it being I think it's going to be, like I said, receiver, quarterback, halfback, quarterback, however those first 3 go right there, and then linebacker or linebacker in the second pick, halfback, quarterback in the 3rd and 4th. But I believe it's going to be right in those 3 picks or those 4 picks because those are the only things that matter. Like, those are the only things that matter. Like, we're not trying to build in places that don't have principle in the team. Like, if they believe there's a 5th round quarterback that they can get, then more power to them so they can switch up an earlier round with somebody else like an O lineman. But again, they've had good success drafting a later round O lineman and doing just damn fine. Even in Tom Cable's broken ass system over there, they still were able to find ways. So at the end of the day, I don't think, and there's no big need to go up and go lineman because of the fact Meredith is still here. He'll take over if Kappa doesn't work out. You already know your base players. It's Colton Miller, JPJ in the center. You know it's going to be Parham and then frickin' DeMar Glaze. Like, you already know that, dude. And then they retained, what's his name? They did that was supposed to be good a few years. That big old tall motherfucker. That big old tall big fucker. I don't know why I'm spacing his name at the moment, but They retained him, so he's still here. So they know they're going to go big over there, and I just don't think it's a personal need where they're like, yeah, we need to get that early on. Like, I don't think that's what they would be doing. I think when you have 10 picks, why wouldn't you just bank on them? They're going to be sitting in backup for years to come anyways, dude. So I don't think it would be that big of a need right away. I think when you're looking at halfbacks, 100% need. I mean, it's just facts. It's 100% need. When you're looking at quarterback, 100% need. Wide receiver 100% need. Linebacker, 100% need. I think those are the 4 most definitely needs on the fucking team. DT, you already have your line filled out. It doesn't matter. Like, you're not going to go out there and be like, damn, let me go spend my top pick on dude when I just gave Christian Wilkins a 4-year, $100 million contract. Like, I don't think that's a need in their deal. I don't think when you sign Butler to a 3-year deal, they're like, damn, I need to replace Butler right after I just signed him. Like, I don't think that's a need. DN, I don't think it's a need. There's just too many DNs on the team already that have played good and been in there, and they've got Kuntz back and at a good level. So again, if Kuntz didn't pass the physical or any deal, they're not giving him $12 million right now. Like, they're not giving it to him. So they gave it to him. They gave him his money. So he most definitely healthy. So outside of that, you're not fixing the front line. Like, you're not fixing the front line. The part you're fixing is middle linebacker, the safety position. The safety position, I don't know if you even need to do that because you have numerous depth pieces in the safety position that have been suffocated over the years, not been able to play like they need to play. So I don't think you go in the safety. It's linebacker. It's a linebacker position for sure. All right, I love you too.
Savannah,
Yes,
come
I'm
on.
gonna go out in a minute. I think it's the middle linebacker position. Like I said, I think it's the wide receiver, quarterback, halfback, middle linebacker. Like, and then I don't care how the 3 rounds go: linebacker, quarterback, halfback, quarterback, linebacker. I don't think it really matters because if you're not picking up those pieces in the draft and free agency, and you're not going to pick up a halfback better at this point outside of Nija, then who else? What are you just going to bring fucking head broken ass dude here again? Like, I'm not doing that. I would just draft his replacement on a dude that most definitely is going to be proven off of the 10 or 15 halfbacks in the draft. And then quarterback, you need a quarterback 100%. So it doesn't matter who it is or not, you need a quarterback. You need to develop that quarterback. And even if in a few years he isn't the guy you got, you still had him, you still developed him. And you can probably go after Archie in like 2027, 28, probably more in the 28 season. Because his dad said he's going to play 4 years in college, like, and he's going to get a degree and he's going to get an education. So Archie ain't leaving there anytime soon. So he'll be there for easily the next 3 years. So the earliest I can see him hitting the draft would be 27, 28 season. So I'm just going to see him being out any earlier. So long story short, even if you were on with Gino till then, you're able to get him, whatever, I don't know, long time away. Is there going to be better quarterbacks over the next few years? Yeah, they'll be all right, but nowhere even close to what was just last year. So you got to get a quarterback right now. You got to develop the guy and you got to hope for the best. If Gino goes down, Aiden doesn't work out. I mean, you just got to go that route. Salute Carlos, appreciate you, bro. Says Mika says I wouldn't mind Mika first round quarterback, D line, running back, or quarterback round 2 onward. Really depends on how draft falls. I think with a good quarterback and servable receiver options, Jacoby will ball out. Facts. He fed off of Devontae 100%. Yeah, I meant linebacker, not D-line. Spytek and Brady are cleaning up the mess Telesco left behind at the moment. Facts. I mean, they just got to break down the whole entire team, rebuild their team. Round 2, Jihad Campbell, Demarius King Jr. For linebacker round 2. Yeah, we got 3 6-rounders now due to draft compensation. Yeah, I think they are better off getting a linebacker that can also get off the quarterback and play coverage and stop the run, who will be best over pure pass rusher. Facts. I mean, facts. So I agree. Take Mika, linebacker, running back, round 3. I like Dylan Simpson, Tennessee, if he makes it to round 3, and Tajah Brook, Texas Tech. They're both good players. I mean, nothing wrong with them at halfback. Both good players. I mean, like I said, dude, I mean, they're doing a great job. I think they're going to be doing a good job. I think everything will pan out the way they need it to pan out, not the way that Raider Nation wants it to pan out. Like they said, they know how to build a team. They know how to look at players. They know how to scout players. They know how to develop players. Like, this isn't AP over here trying to run our team. This is actual proven coach over the last, 40 fucking years of coaching football at a very high level. So, again, Pete Carroll looks like he's damn 50 years old. The guy is damn smart, dude. I mean, he knows his shit. He's in there talking with Max and everything while Max is trying to rehab and work out. He's trying to get in Max's head. Like, what do we need, man? Like, what do we need? We need more players like you, Max, right? We need guys that are relentless, that are going to put their all out there. They're going to put, they're going to hit a fucking guy. And guess what? He says, don't worry. That dude you've been lacking in that backfield that we had so prominent in our organization, we'll get Chin out here, dude, and we'll show these guys you fucking fear going over the middle on us anymore. Like, you try to go over the middle, you're going to get creamed, dude. Like, that's exactly the statement they're saying by putting Paulo and Chin in the backfield. They're literally saying, throw that fucking ball over there. Throw it over there. Like, you're going to get fucking dirted by either or. Like, you're going to get dirted. So I don't know if I just want to be like, fuck it, let me be suicidal. Like, there's going to be guys, like, this is the thing the Raiders have lacked in a long time, is scared receivers. When a receiver goes across the middle of the field and he's like, fuck, I can take this guy's hit. He don't fucking hit you hard. They don't fucking look for him. They just look for the ball and they just brace for the impact. When you get presence in that backfield, like a fucking Ed Reed type shit, where they're like, hey, where the fuck is that guy? Like, where is he? Because he's going to knock the shit out of me. Like, where is he? That's the kind of guy that fucking scares you the most. It's that guy that scares you the most. That dude, when he fucking is lurking at you, you're going like this. You're not fucking going like, where's this? You're fucking looking for them and looking for the fucking ball. Like, he's not trying to get broadsided. So that's an instant scared factor when you put that type of presence in the back. And they know who the fuck he is. So they know damn well. They're like, nah, we ain't doing that. Then you see Paulo, dude, he's going to tag up with the guy just like him. Tall, lanky, speedy little dude that can hit hard as shit. I mean, these guys can be years to come. They can be for years to come, man. So I would most definitely try to get the best out of them right this minute. I've said it. The linebacker core has been depleted for a long time. It's not a proven linebacker core. I've told everybody every single time. Roquan Smith came up, fucking get him. Patrick Queen came up, trade for this motherfucker. I've literally said, target a dude that's a main linebacker, dude. Like, I don't care how people feel about Spillane. We need a proven fucking linebacker that knows how to run the defense, man. So to go out there and pick up Roberts and replace Spillane, fuck, you couldn't ask for better. I think they got a great pick there. I mean, they got a phenomenal pick there. They got a guy that literally doesn't matter if it's Derrick Henry. Tell him, I dare you to run up the gut. I fucking dare you. And he's going to knock the dog piss out of you. There's a video, dude, where the Cowboys were literally on the 1 yard line, sitting on the 1 yard line. They're about to rush up the fucking gut on a fucking, it looked like if it was in single back formation. And he was doing a halfback fucking, he was probably just doing halfback dive right up the gut is what it looked like for the most part. Might have been a fucking counter. Might have been a cut back and go back across. I mean, I'd have to rewatch it, but it had some type of, it probably was because it looked like he cut back across the quarterback. But long story short, the fucking Landon Roberts, dude, comes down on the fucking line. He knows this motherfucker's coming at it, and he just fucking jumps that bitch. Wow. Fucking flies over and just knocks the shit out of that Dallas Cowboy guy. Fucking dude just throws the fucking ball. He just fumbles the ball bigger than shit. I mean, Roberts ain't no joke, bro. Like this guy, he's on his shit, dude. So I'm not gonna lie, if he pans out here, I think we'd most definitely set up our core for a minute. I mean, Roberts can most definitely be here for 3 to 5 more years. So I would have zero issue as long as he can still play at a high level, you know. So it says I agree. I'm glad we are not overpaying like the Raiders of old. We have a content front office that knows how to make tough calls for calls and not overpay. I mean, facts, dude. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think they're doing all the right things. I think they're building the team in the right way. I know it's not the fanciest way people always want it, but that's not what we're sitting here looking at, dude. We're looking at structure, putting the right people in the right places, tearing down the team because of all these old fans saying, oh, we just want to keep this guy. How come nobody bitched when these guys went? Why didn't anybody bitch? Where's the uproar? Where's everybody? Oh my God. Oh my God. Pete Carroll gave up our guy. They ain't fucking saying a fucking word. Dudes out there ain't giving a fuck because at the end of the day, are they all like, yeah, we love him and we didn't want to see him go? Man, they ain't bitching like that. Let's see Pete. Let's go see AP start cutting those players. And no matter how people were like, man, we really liked AP, that might have changed his whole shit. Like people have been like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're cutting all these guys, but not a fucking word when it came to Pete. Not anybody's out there. Fire him. Fire the guy. He's not giving them their extensions. Not nothing. Nobody say a fucking word to Pete. So at the end of the day, people might be in their feelings. They might feel like, hey, man, you know, this player this player that. It's not about that. At the end of the day, it's about what works for the team. It's about what's best for the team. And when Pete looks at the team, he says there's been too much turmoil in this building right here with these group of players. Let's just let them disperse. We bring in our own new group of energy, our own new type of hard-hitting motherfuckers, because now we can choose and pick these fucking guys. And let's go that route. You know, let's get that energy back in here to back up motherfucking Max. Max ain't going to be the only one working all the time now. Now we're going to compliment him with fucking a linebacker. We're going to compliment him with the fucking safety. Dudes that bring that same damn energy. So, look, at the end of the day, I think Pete did just phenomenal with it, dude. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I think when people sit down and look at the fact of where each player is sitting with what we've picked, they've hit him right on the head, literally right on the head. I mean, to get a player like Eric Stokes, dude, that has a pretty damn high ceiling, and he could have been a great player, dude, to be able to get him on a 1-year, $4 million contract because they want to try to show that we're going to get the best out of you. If he pans out, dude, I mean, we just got to steal. We just got a straight fucking steal. So we're not signing him for 15 fucking million. Even if he pans out this year and just balls out, we'd be paying him at best, maybe 5 to 6, maybe 8, you know, but still that's a great deal right there, you know. 6 facts, Landon is a proven dude. People underestimate him. He will be a guy to also torture the young linebacking core we have. Facts. That fool got a 90.4 run stopping grade, bro. Like I've said, I would have to go look and see if Queen and Roquan have a grade like that. But man, I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the highest, if not the highest in the NFL. I mean, that's a damn solid run percentage, dude. I mean, you got a 90.4. You're not letting motherfuckers up the gut. Like, you are not letting them up the gut. You don't get a grade like that because you suck. You don't get grades like that because you just doing half-ass. It is, you ain't coming up this bitch. Like, that's where you're like, damn, fucking guy, this guy don't mess around, dude. So, like I said, I think it was a great ad. You're not looking for a coverage linebacker. You want a guy that stays down in that fucking inside that tells people, like, you're not going to run it here, dude. Like, you want to try and run it here, I'm going to be all over that shit. So, I think it was a good ad. Perfect ad for me. Like I said, you can just bring Chin down in the box, let him play coverage in that backfield right over the back of him that picks up where he should have been. So, and not only him, you can do it with Paulo too. So you can most definitely fill the box to get a guy like him to make people stay honest. So I think that's massive. I think it's massive. And I think it's massive when people like the Chargers get Najee Harris. Like, just massive. Hunter says overpaid. Says facts. People ain't gonna say shit to Pete because he is a proven commodity at head coach. At head coach and knows how to build team. How do you feel about maybe getting or going after Daryl Taylor on a cheap deal? Facts. Our biggest weak points on defense was yards after contact last season. Landon fix that instantly, and Chin can take two. I'm like more tackable too. Like I'm like, yeah, fucking facts. That is facts. Look, at the end of the day, I think the Raiders did a good job. I think they're doing a good job. I get it that people want all these names. We got to always remember Tom Brady never had the big flashy names. He just had consistent players that brought consistency to the team. So you know damn well that's what he's evaluating right now is the consistency of the players, the consistency of what they're bringing in. He's not worried about big names. Like he's never played with big names outside of Randy Moss pretty much and Gronk Radkowski. So he's never had to deal with that. So I've said when you look at him, he was the highest paid player to right now, literally to right now for the Patriots. The Patriots were winning Super Bowls with way less paid players, and they were winning Super Bowls with that shit. So you know damn well Tom Brady's thinking the same shit. Tom Brady's like, we don't need to go get the best. We just need to get good players at those positions that want to prove who they are, and we want to give them a chance. Like, that's what he's saying. And when you have Tom Brady in the building, it's just like Pete Carroll. Look at Pete Carroll. Every single interview Pete Carroll does. He's so giddy about Tom Brady. Oh, Tom Brady's vision here in this organization and what he brings here, and that we're phone call away, and this man is in the building and this and that. I mean, he's all over Tom. So when you got a guy that's 73, played in the game, won Super Bowl, knows who Tom is, played against him, won against him, there's no, like, I think it's crazy when he's that hyped up about Tom Brady. He's like, man, he's fucking, I can talk to him anytime, this, that, the other. Like, I think it's cool as fuck. It just shows, like, the respect Tom Brady gets. And then when you hear Pete talk about Tom in depth, like, how his mind is with all these businesses and how successful he is and the shit he brings knowledge-wise, like, they're just like, it's crazy as hell, you know? So, I don't know, man. I hope we do the right things over the next month. I hope we get the right players in here, which we'll talk a lot more about. I'll get Ozzy back on here. He can talk about his players. You know, certain things like we can most definitely have a really good team coming out of the end of here. You know, at the end of this free agency and draft, and then going into the post-June 1st free agency. I think we can have a really, really good team. Like, I really do. And I can see it coming together right away. Like, literally with the Geno Smith signing. It's just facts, dude. I can see it coming together right away. So they probably are already here practicing together, dude. Like, they're already probably out here. Like, I can already see it. So at the end of the day, I think the team is going to be way better off than people are portraying it right now and talking about it and saying, oh, they're not doing a good job. They don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, man. They 100% know what they're doing. So, says our biggest weak point on defense was yards after contact last season. Line fixes that instantly with Chin can take two, unlike Mork. Yeah, I already read that. Yes, 100% fact. So, either way, outside of that, man, it's pretty much what I wanted to talk about tonight. I'll probably be back on next week, or maybe probably next week, maybe just because once a week is good enough for right now. I think freaking next week we'll talk about other players, the free agency players that we got, players to start targeting in on the draft. probably do a mock draft on here. I want to get Eric back up on here. So we'll probably figure out what day is best for Eric, and then we'll probably do that day, probably a Thursday. But at the end of the day, we'll talk about the next things next week about where we can go forward from here. Obviously, like I said, we have a lot of good options, man. So I'm kind of glad the way that they've already started the free agency, the way that they've already picked their players. It's kind of letting you start honing in on where you think they're going to start going next. So in the draft. So outside of that, and I don't know if you can make trades after the free agency deadline tomorrow, right? So it's tomorrow. I think at noon. Tomorrow at noon. Yeah, you too, Carlos. I appreciate you, bro. I mean, really do appreciate you stopping by and always being, loyal to the channel over the years. So appreciate you, bro. I've always said, man, I just want to talk Raiders and hope for the best for our team. At the end of the day, I think that we got a lot to look forward to, man. It says facts. They're doing a great job. If we hit on the draft, I see us at least 10 wins. Yeah, I see 8. I see 10 wins or 8 wins right in there. Just regardless of how the team goes, 8 and 10, it would be perfect for us in year one. With their staff, with their people, with their product, like 8 and 10, it would be big improvement. 8 or 10 wins would be a big improvement. But I don't really know. I don't really have nothing else to talk about at the moment. So I think I'm gonna hop off here, freaking play some Monster Hunter real quick. If you guys should play Monster Hunter Wilds, man, great game. You can just kill the shit out of monsters in that game. Yeah, great graphics, dude. Like, game's pretty badass. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should check out Monster Hunter Wilds, dude. I mean, the game's a pretty good game. You can play it on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, all of them. You can play it across all the platforms. It's a great game. And you go out there, dude, you hunt monsters. You can have a squad of 4 of your friends and everything. You can just fuck shit up in that game. So I think it's cool as shit. But outside of that, if any of you guys get it, let me know, man. Hit me up in the Discord, dude. We got another gaming Discord, so it's not just the Raiders Discord. We have another Discord that we do nothing but gaming. So I think there's like 100 people up in there. It's active all the time, dude. Like, we're in there every day watching movies, video games, everything like that. Raiders, dude, I usually go in there. The Raiders Discord is like more for the season, so we can do movie nights, frickin' broadcast of games for everybody that can't watch them. That's pretty much what we do with that one. And not only that, we just put a lot of Raiders information in there. So anybody that wants Raiders info, they can go there. DSR-LIVE Discord. Like I say, we just try to put out a lot of stuff. If anybody wants a link for it, just let me know. I could always put it out there for either of the Discords. If you're into gaming, join up in the other Discord. If you're into the Raiders content, then join in that Discord or join them both. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we always want to make a community where everybody can hang out, go have fun, and do things, as a group. So outside of that, I really do appreciate everybody showing up, being here all the time. We'll be live again next week. So outside of that, I hope you guys stay safe, and we'll see you on the next week, man. Peace out. Raider Nation for life, baby.